Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you would consider subscribing. And to those who have been here, thank you so much for coming back again and checking us out. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on those two signatures that I was telling you about earlier. I might add in some pockets or something like that to make them interesting. So I have gathered some pockets that I made from my stash. Whenever I have extra papers, I normally try to make pockets and flips and stuff like that and just put them to the side, and I can always find a use for them. So these are some that I have in my stash, and we may be able to use them. So I just kind of gathered some together, and we're gonna see how this works. First, I need to find colors that would match my theme. And this is way too bright. This may work. And I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll try and see. All right, so we're gonna put these to the side, and we're gonna pull out one signature of the journal that we started. And we're gonna see what is needed and how creative we can be today. So I have a piece of coffee dyed paper here, and I could put something in here, or maybe I could leave it for writing. But let's just, I'm doing this seat of the pants, so this, you're actually watching my thought process. I don't have anything planned. I just wanna come up with something and see how this thing works. I have never actually worked on a journal. Actually did a video on working on the journal, and this is actually my first time doing this live. Well, not live, but you know. So I want to find some colors that are going to coordinate with what I have. First, let's just flip through and see what matches here. Kind of like this for a flip up. Kind of like that. Okay, so let's just add some ink to this page just to give it some character. So I'm going to ink this. And again, I don't use the fancy ink, what do you call them, the ink daubers or whatever you call them. I just used a makeup sponge, and yeah, that's just what I do. So I'm gonna ink that. Gives the page a little bit of age to it. And I'm also gonna ink my flip. So how's everyone doing today? I'm hoping that you all have been able to get out and enjoy some time outside. I know last week we got a lot of rain here, so we weren't able to enjoy the outdoors, but the sun poked out again and the weather is beautiful, so I guess it's time to enjoy it before fall comes and the temperatures start to drop. But I know some people love fall. I enjoy spring and summer, but I enjoy the, I don't know, the festivities of fall, I guess. I love, you know, pumpkin patches and things like that. So, yeah. So, what's your favorite season and why? If you wouldn't mind leaving me a comment, I would love to hear from you guys. Yeah, so I kind of like the spring when the flowers are blooming. And the only bad thing about spring is seasonal allergies, but if you don't have seasonal allergies, hey, it's a great time of year. All right, so I have inked around this entire flip, and I am going to place it here. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna add flips, and guys, you already know to excuse my glue gun. It's a bit messy, but it still works. So I am going to glue in this flip. And let's find a good spot for it. About right here, and press. Yeah, I think that's good. So, boom, we have it. It may be a little bit crooked, but that's okay because we're gonna eventually put in some trim and maybe some up here to embellish it. So we have one here. All right, let's flip through and see what else we can do to this piece of magnificent treasure. Now I do like this card, and I want it in here, so I think I might ink this just so that I can let it hang out right here. My inking looks terrible today for some reason, but that's okay. So I'm gonna ink around the edges to give it some age, and we don't really have to ink the back because it's gonna be glued on here. And I'm thinking I may have to ink this little flip as well. I kind of like this here, right? It's got the blue background here, the blue grids, yeah. So I'm gonna glue this down. And hope it's placed right. Yeah. Gonna press that. And then while I'm thinking about it, I want to grab my edge punch and punch my edges. Sometimes I forget. Now, this is not something that you have to do, but it gives it a little bit of character, I think. So, all right, so that is in. And I have this to work with. This opens. So I need to do something with this. not sure what I'm gonna do with my bag, but we'll figure something out. Let's see, what else do we have available? I have this flip, which I could make it a pocket that opens, but should it open from this side? That's a good question. Well, a book opens this way, so maybe we should do it this way. But I would really like to cut a little bit of this off. That way we won't have a problem opening and closing our journal. So let's cut that off, and we're gonna let it sit about here. And what do you guys think about that? Let's give it some age. A little bit of age to it. Everything's better with age. Let's just do the inside. I hope you guys aren't bothered by the inking process. Believe it or not, I love the sound of when I'm watching a craft video and someone starts to ink around the edges of their craft papers. I love it. Call me strange, I guess. I'm hoping that I'm in frame. Can you guys see me? All right. So I have inked around the entire inside, and I want to glue it down. Do I want to punch the, let's punch the edges before we do that. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have this We Are Memory Keepers edge punch, but this thing is awesome. It adds a lot to your project pieces, whatever you're working on. So I'm just gonna add some glue to the back. You know what? This was supposed to be a pocket and I forgot, so that's okay. So I wanted to be able to put something behind here, but I forgot that fast. That's okay. All right, let's see. I don't know, but I kind of, maybe I have another one that I can stick back there. Let's see. Is this gonna clash if I do this? I better not. All right, like I said, I'm just kind of going through and finding homes for different pieces of paper. What do I want to do next? It flips out and then one flips up. But I don't know if I like this here. I kind of want something different. This is floral, but it has purples in it, so that kind of clashes. I have this, and I think it goes pretty nicely. What if I just stick it here for a background? What do you guys think? I kind of like that. Let's ink this one and try it. Now I ran this through my Cuddle Bug to add some texture. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'll hold it up closer so you can see the imprint. So I'm going to ink around the edges of this. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the edge punch. I don't think everything needs an edge punch. Let's just put this on. And my glue gun is, okay. We're gonna put some glue on here. I tell you, if you don't normally use a glue gun, it is the most secure method of gluing anything craft related. I do like the Fabri-Tac, but the glue guns, they glue so much more quickly and more securely. So I kind of prefer a glue gun. And I have inked around the edge of this page as well. You can kind of go on the inside a little bit just to give it some age. You're the artist, so do what you like. Oh, I kind of like that. So this opens, and I may put something else on top of that. Again, I'm just going with the flow. I don't have anything planned. I'm just putting something together on a whim. And I told you guys about the pieces of floral prints that I backed with cardstock, heavyweight cardstock. So I'm gonna just pick out a few that tickle my fancy and see if any of these coordinate with my journal. So checking the time here, and we may not get a lot done today, and that's okay. Sometimes thought processes take a little bit longer than we hope for, but that's okay. Now this to me is kind of plain, and I would like to add some pizzazz to it. But whatever I choose, I am going to ink. Oh, I kind of like that. What do you guys think about this one? I like this better. Let's ink this one. Let's ink this one. So, if you didn't see my video on how I put these together, I'll tell you how it's done. I just got a old floral book and cut out some of the images I thought were most beautiful, and I glued them to heavy cardstock. And look at that. How wonderful. I think I may just glue these two sides, that way I can add, make it a tuck. So let's just do an L here. I'm going to do an L. We're going to make this a tuck. So now that it is glued down, I can stick something cute behind here. Ooh, look at that. Nice. If I really want to, I could use that here. I kind of like that. But it does need something. I don't know. We'll think about that later. Let's see if we can place any more of these flowers anywhere else in here. And then I don't know about that. Oh, that's kind of cute, even though it has yellow. I know we do need something here. I'm just trying to figure out what that is. And this one, to me, is a showstopper. So it needs to be seen. I don't know. Let's keep playing around to see what happens. Maybe we can make a flip here and punch a hole. We'll make a pocket. How about that? Let's do that. So I may have to clip the ends a little bit. Let's try that. Let's just cut it down just a little bit on both ends. And then the little pieces that are showing, we can just give them a little bit of ink and we'll make a side pocket. All right. So let's ink this. Try to do this as quickly as possible for those who do not like the inking sound. So I'm gonna sit this here and then I'm gonna grab my 2-inch circle punch and I'm going to kind of get in the middle and punch. Perfect. Now I'm going to see if I can cut these edges off. Try to get it straight. Just so that my bag opens. Okay, great. Now I'm going to, I want to leave a little bit of room so that you can tell that it's a opening here. So I'm going to ink the bag. I'm going to glue the bag, excuse me. Some glue all over that bag. And I'm going to place my image right on top because it needs to be seen, right? This is a beautiful image. I'm not exactly sure what kind of flower that is, but they're beautiful. So this bag opens like this. That's kind of cool. And if you don't like that, you can actually cut that off. I might just do that. Let's just cut that off. I'll have to tidy up the edges of this bag, but we will find something for that. It closes like that, and I might ink around that so that it opens that way. So we're running a little long here, so when I come back, we will add a few more things, maybe, if I don't decide to do that on my own. But we're gonna work on the second signature, I know, on the next video. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.